Yeah, welcome to a new tutorial series here on my channel. My name is Dennis Krichel, and today we will step into the world of Java EE. We will use Eclipse and Glassfish in version 3. I guess it's 3.1.2. In this video, so this first part, I will show the real basics of Java EE. I will show how to install a server and integrate this into Eclipse, and yeah, then deploy the first basic application on it. In the next videos I will show some more advanced stuff like the JDBC database connections and authentication realms. I'm not sure how complex I will do this tutorial series, but I will probably show you the prime faces framework in the end of the series, but let's see. So let's get started. I opened up a brand new Java EE Eclipse session, and if we are in the Java EE view, we have a tab called Servers. So we click this link here, and now we choose the Glassfish 3.1. If this is not if it's not listed for you, you need to click top right, download additional server adapters. He will show you a long list of many available application servers. So you choose Glassfish and install it. So I don't need to install it because I've already done it, and I get an entry here. So the rest we can leave. You click next. So now you need to select your JDK and choose a path where your Glassfish is. Maybe you have already installed one, then you choose the install directory, or you choose an empty directory, and then Glassfish will be installed by Eclipse from automatically. You just have to say installed server. It shows you an empty license box. You click finish, and it's downloading the application server. So I will cut this and will be back right soon when it's downloaded. So my download finished, and if I move into the directory, I have a new folder inside my folder where the Glassfish is installed, and Eclipse knows that it's now installed, found a Glassfish server in version 3.1.2.1, and yes, now we click next. We get some stuff here. We could add an administrator password, so the basic password is empty. We don't need to change anything here. This is the next screen where we could already add applications which are in our workspace, but my workspace is empty, so there are no applications. I press finish, and now the server is down here in my list. It's stopped for now. I will start it by right clicking and say start. If you want to see the output of the server, I guess it's shown right now. Yes, here you see the log files from the server, and it started. So we will create a new project, a new dynamic web project, and we will call it first app. So we click 2 times on the next and say generate web.xml deployment descriptor. So it's a little bit easier. We don't need to create this. He will put our default content in there. We click finish, and Eclipse is running some things. It's already generating a much larger package structure than a normal Java project. So here is our first app, and you see many folders. So those are not real folders, those are just some output messages, some groups, where I will show you later what is exactly in these groups. We have here our Java resources where we put our source or our classes. It's called beans in Java EE. We have our build folder, and we have a web content folder, which is the main folder we will need now. There is a meter in folder and a web in folder. This is where we can put libraries and where we have our config files. So for now we need to change some things in the web.xml. We can just jump in here. We can delete some things out. We won't need those many. We only need one welcome file, which will be called index.xhtml, and we need to add second config here, which is called servlet mapping. Servlet mapping will say that the server is recognizing the tags we use in our JSP files and convert them to clean HTML. So we call this servlet name, phrases servlet, and give him the URL pattern, which is all files ending on xhtml. So I guess I have my correction spelling on, so this is the reason why it's red here. Yeah, this is all we need to do here. Maybe I tell you what this line means. Display name is the name which is shown on the Glassfish administration GUI. And we have a second config file called Glassfish web.xml, where just the context root is in. The context root defines or separates the different apps on the server. So we have the URL localhost 8080, which is the default port, and then we type first app, which is this app we are now developing. And if you have different apps, you just separate them with the context root and can run many applications on one server. So this is all we need to do here. Now we need to create the index.xhtml. We create this in the web content folder because there is Glassfish looking for it. And in this file we will add a header. This is just like normal HTML. Here we define this is an XHTML file, and now we define the namespaces for our tags and controls we will use. Till we have 3 tags here, we will first of all only need this tag, which is our main namespace for now. So we will start with this and create a head. So this is pretty basic like normal HTML. I need to close the normal HTML tag, and we have a tag a head here where we can for example we can put the title in and call it example title. Yeah, we can put here some CSS files or JavaScript imports. This is really just like the normal HTML. Now we will create the body, and yeah, here we can put our main content on the page. We will add a simple label which is called output text. So this has an attribute called value where we put the text which should be printed. I call it hello world, and yeah, this is basically everything you need right now. I can now deploy this basic app on the server. So I go here, right click, add and remove, choose the app, put it to the right and click finish. And oh, I'm sorry, we forgot to add something. We defined here our servlet name as face servlet, but we also need to add this servlet because otherwise you don't know it. So we need we will need a new servlet name here. Define it as down here, and we need to add a servlet class, which is JavaX facets web app facets servlet, and this should be loaded on startup, so we put one for this. We save this and click republish, sorry, only publish, and now it's synchronized. The app has successfully deployed on the server, and now we can open the web browser here, type in http localhost port 8080/first app, and you see our title, our text, it works. This was the first basic example, and I will just show you some more components you could use. You could just check many things here, like button, link, input text. So we will do this here, where I guess we really don't need anything more here. I will just publish this again, refresh this page, and you have a text field here. So what happened here is the JSP page, where you used those tags h output text, were converted. So we check the source code here, were converted to clean HTML. I will just format this a bit. We have an input here. Here's our body tag. An output text will just stay there as normal text, and here's our title tag, which is not changed because we don't define it with any namespace. We have here type text, and this is a name. It's the ID of the control, which is automatically generated by the Java EE application server to access the value from later on. We can also override this, but we will do this in the later part. In the next tutorial I will show you how those backbeans work, where you can say put the contents from this text field into a variable of a Java class and do whatever with it when you press a button or so. But first of all, this is the really basic, and I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, post a comment, and I hope I see you soon.